melodious sound that soothes the soul.
Gradually?
No, last we spot brave.
But...
Guess what?
The storage room. It's behind the shelves, right? He wasn't lying. There's actually a bazooka here. Now we should have a way of dealing with those baddies. This thing feels just like the soaring locust too. Careful. It looks like we've got... Here we go again. That should be all of them, right?
Oh my!
Well, that's that. But it is gonna be hard to let go of this bazooka.
Pretty good luck.
Congratulations to both of you! Oh, you've overcome. In the final stage, you will face the defending champion. If you fail, you will welcome to the 33rd Squad.
No way. I think I just saw someone. Someone extraordinary.
Please wait! Handsome gentleman, beautiful miss. By the glorious light of beauty! I never thought I would see you again.
Are you...
You've already heard of my humble title upon hearing of the impending... Fortunately, the mini-rabbit mech... Saving the world? No, that won't do. What would be...
That's right.
Oh. However, present-day Penacony bears... Forgive me, my dear friends. But if what you say is true, though upon arrival what matters is that I now if I am fortunate enough to Idrilla, the beauty. Dear friends, please ready yourselves for this trial set forth by the beauty.
Now.
No other choice but forward. For tomorrow!
1,000 wondered. Fight as one!
Trinity is before me. The future will come.
Rise to the challenge.
Nap time.
Let the duel commence. Put forth all your might.
Farewell.
Naughty child.
Let's try.
You'll pay for that. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
I can't thank you enough. The core flames consume me. Don't let time burn away in vain. Hail the new dawn!
The flesh wound.
Don't let time burn away in vain. Quench the flames with blood.
Bear witness.
Is that all? Branded with strife.
Your convictions, friends, are indeed ours.
Quench the flames with blood.
The laurels of victory belong to a trip.
The flames are not strong enough. Quench the flames with blood.
Confess. Put forth all your might.
Branded with strife. Sun tear the sky.
Flesh wound. That's enough. I have come to grasp the sincerity of your cause. I yield. Beautiful! Go forth. I shall remain here.
We don't have much time. May fate... In that case, let's make our way to the end. Penacony's really thronging with talent. I hope we make it in time.
look forward to their amazing entrance in the Charmony Festival. Let's give a round of applause to our aspiring young guests.
Congratulations to the both of you on becoming the festive superstars of this year's Charmony Festival. Before entering the Grand Theater, I, on behalf of the organizers, extend my sincere As previously promised, my sister, Mr. Yang, and I have met with the Dream Master. We both, I and the Oak family, cannot acquiesce to your... We acknowledge the perspective of you, Nameless. Penacony does require change, but not as you propose. The planet of festivities cannot and will not revert to a place characterized by chaos, disorder, or anarchy. Through your journey of overcoming obstacles, you must have glimpsed the essence of that era. The vulnerable. Ultimately, only heroes like yourselves manage to achieve success. But I would dare ask, if you did not possess a dystopia for the survival of the fittest, or a sweet dream paradise for all.
That's not the point!
Mr. Sunday, even if the members of the Oak family can't fully agree on what to do about the Stellaron, now's not exactly the time to be holding... The Stellaron issue concerns the life and death of everyone on Penacony. If any this way, we'll at least know what Welt and Miss Robin are dealing with, and the reason why they failed to make...
Ah, Navigator. That is precisely my intention. Let's talk about our tribulations and choices, and our final course of action.
You mean to say that for the longest time, there have been scoundrels...
Indeed, Dream Master. Once the Charmony Festival begins, the Stellaron's powers, along with the song, will be broadcast across the entire planet of Penacony. And then everyone in their dreams will be unable to awaken.
This is indeed surprising to me. The dreamscape is maintained by the collective effort of the 5 families. Do you have any...
I'd like to ask, did you really...
I would have never thought that this...
If I have offended, the Astral Express extends its sincere apologies. But the current circumstances are dire, and...
Dream Master, it's just to prove that the Charmony Festival has nothing to do with the Stellaron. If we're being overly cautious, I will return to the stage to offer tribute in song, just per the arrangement.
Sunday, Robin, I've watched you two grow up and know your dispositions like the back of my hand. Both of you, right now, can surely be lauded as their most devout advocates. I already know your resolve. The magnitude of this matter is enormous and cannot be taken lightly. Since Mr. Yang had Sunday, might I ask you to beseech them to cast their light unto me and question me?
I will do as you command.
Robin, could I entrust you to be present as a witness, to document the truth, and to...
I will do as you command.
May thy will be carried...
Oh, triple-faced soul. Please...
Let us begin.
Understood. Question. Have you devoted your life to your god?
Naturally.
Do you love your god as you do yourself?
Naturally.
Have you strayed from the path expected by your god, betraying their name?
Never.
Have you ever been inordinate with your asks of your god, coveting?
Never.
Then, a final question. Do you swear to fulfill all vows, past, present, and future?
With the Eon as my witness, if I do not deliver on my words, or if I renege on my vows, may I—
They have seen your faith, and have endorsed your faith.
Just a moment.
What is it?
I have another question. I hope to my understanding, the family's harmony and prosperity have never relied, but God, you both mentioned. Are they truly Shipe?
Mr. Yang should know that those belonging to the family toil together as if they were kin, embrace such a delicate and complex symphony. Which other god could perfectly harmonize this, if not for the Great One?
Perfectly harmonized. Therein lies the problem. It isn't an outsider lurking in the shadows who changed the harmony, but a dissonance. In the distant past, there existed an Eon. With one flick of the wrist, they crafted the laws of the cosmos. Their followers, later, they fell. The route traversed by this Eon clashed with the harmony, ultimately being absorbed and fused. Though an Eon may perish, paths with no masters—
Mr. Yang, being overly astute can be a detriment. For the sake of our grand cause.
What?
Sorry, Robin. It's just you.
So, this is the true reason I can't sing? The shadow that
We were never children of the harmony. Our ideal paradise could not have been crafted but within the foundation of law, humanity established, and through harmony, we obtain order.
Unbelievable. To think that there would be remnants of—
What have you done with Mr. Yang and Miss Rum?
Don't worry. I just gave them some time.
You should know that these actions make you an enemy of—
Should we need to stand against the Nameless, it would only be myself. Your efforts for the justice of PENACONY are evident. Patience is a virtue. However,
If it is the order that drove you to imprison Welt and Robin, and you're using them to coerce—
you're mistaken, Miss Himiko. They are in very safe hands. And just as the family has always proclaimed, PENACONY and the entire universe have witnessed far too much innocent bloodshed. Natural selection. The world abides by this principle.
So you've decided to—
If Miss Himiko is interested— Let's draw back the veil and speak candidly. I'm willing to divulge the unembellished truth as to the intentions of the Order's Pathstriders, so that you will make better judgment for the So, come with me, everyone. Welcome. This isn't any location in PENACONY's dreamscape. It's my inner world.
That means...
Did you do the same to Welt?
It's a tuning process. Stronger in effect and more draining on the mind. The gray-haired guest has experienced it before. Tuning allows you to intuitively grasp my feelings. Now, everyone, please look at the... From this point on, you will witness the numerous decisions I've faced. I've selected a portion of these to share with you. I believe after going through similar predicaments, you'll be able to better understand my thoughts. Let's begin. The first decision. This story happened when Robin and I were very young. We were victims of the Stellaron disaster, and the family's Mr. Gopher Wood later on. Robin and I lived a time with nary a care in the world. One day, after dinner, while my younger sister and I were lounging about, that baby bird was tiny. It didn't even have all of its feathers, and it couldn't sing. When we found it, it was already on its last breath, having fallen into a shrub, probably abandoned by its parents. We decided to build a nest for it right there and then. However, thinking back, that winter it was clear that if we left the fledgling in the yard, it stood no chance of surviving until spring. We decided that when it regained its strength enough to spread its wings, we would release it back into the wild. Its destiny was determined. Now, I pass the power of choice to you all. Stick to the original plan, and build a nest with soft net where the Charmony dove fell. Or build a cage for it, and feed it, giving it the utmost care from within the warmth of a home. I eagerly await your...
It looks like he really has no intention of imprisonment. Back to the question. I would personally choose to... No special reason. I do think that a fledgling should have the right to fly into the sky.
If it were me, I guess I'd choose to build after all. I can't decipher his intentions right now. Even if I was gonna release it back into the sky, it'd have to be...
Interesting. Since you've made up your... From what I've observed, there are at least 3 predators in that yard that prey on small birds. The Vosicle scorpion. Even if they shy away from humans, these animals are still near apex predators. As for the choice you made, I am deep. This story happened when I was appointed as Bronze Melodia, a position exclusive to the Oak family, charged with listening to the... It was during that period that I had the opportunity to hear voices from all corners of the dreamscape. He was a dream chaser and an illegal stowaway. Just like the rest of them, he came to Penacony in search of a better life, except he told me, I sold everything I could at home. The house, the land, even his 2 children. He had a plan in place. He would buy back his children once he had made his fortune, and enjoy Penacony's beautiful dream. After hearing the Dream Chaser's story, I immediately appealed to the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit. That way, at least he could live peacefully. But I'll tell you the outcome soon. For now, will you do as I did, and try to convince the Bloodhound family to stop their pursuit, so that the Dream Chaser... Or will you remain silent, leaving him to languish while the hounds are hot on... I look forward to everyone's decisions. Who knows?
dream chaser story. But what cruel...
This question, I'd probably choose to ask the Bloodhounds to cease their pursuit.
It seems illegal stowaways. He sold his kids to chase it. With that thought, there's only one choice.
I'm honored to witness you arriving at the first, the outcome. He attained major success. After avoiding capture, he ran a business for a few years, very quickly making a name for himself, elevating his status. Now then, did he realize the wish he set out to achieve? No. The last time I saw him was in the real world, where the hounds were going to permanently exile him, and I was the accompanying Bronze Melodia. The mission, he told me the reason he was in this predicament was because he conspired to usurp the head of the Alfalfa family. When I asked him about his 2 children, in the end, my heart aligned with the harmony. And the good deed I dared to undertake held no value. As to your choice, I once again offer mine in the story this time. This story happened the day I was appointed the Oak family head. At that time, what surprised me was that the Dream Master had only come to deliver a letter to me. The letter contained the usual pleasantries, anecdotes from her travels, nothing out of the ordinary. Just...
Do you know who wrote this?
My sister, of course. But why would you personally visit me to hand me a letter from my...
To help you grasp the full scope of this issue.
From what the letter indicates, she must be in Casper.
Correct. Has she mentioned...
A stray bullet?
A war has broken out on that planet. It is because of this very reason she hoped to ease the people's suffering with song. And was...
Is she all right?
If the operation was successful, by the eon above, the bullet struck her neck directly, yet possibly as a reward for her...
Those damned savages! I'll pack my bags right away.
Now you understand why she always wears such elaborate neck ornament.
How could this happen?
It's all in the past, so please don't worry. I share this in the meager hope that you will Likewise, I've prepared one last question. Because this is merely a figment of imagination. Would you still support Robin's journey on the path of harmony?
I often feel like I've dreamt of similar scenes of their confusion and fear. If Mr. Sun with each trailblaze,
Miss Robin's courage, but the fact that she's awesome.
I can't believe that happened.
I am now aware of everyone's stances. Raising these questions merely serves to illustrate one point. The plight of Penacony cannot be salvaged by the harmony. The true foundation for a sweet dream paradise can only be established through the order, where the strong... I know the suffering of being tormented, the turmoil of losing your way, how sorrow, and even despair, set in when matters don't work out. All of this causes me unending pain. We must teach the weak how to live a happy life. And this life isn't some noble propriety that the upper...
So what is your definition of living a...
Good question. Human consciousness is fundamental. When one mistake after the next permeates the masses, they become impossible to trace. Thus, the amassing of these individual cage nature is always accompanied by predation and sacrifice. Its antithesis is known as order. That is what I want to do. Unite people's happiness under the banner of order. They won't need to make bitter choices any longer, nor face the weakness. Simply describing thoughts is far too abstract. So allow me to provide a simple example. During these hard-earned rest days, people are given the chance to extricate themselves from the stresses of and it is only on these days that people do not have to adhere to the law where the strong prey on the weak. From where I stand, society's ideal system should be 7 rest days. Following Sunday, there should ensue a second, a third, and indeed an infinite procession of Sundays. This should be the face of the new... And thus, every person can return to their base selves in this utopia. Some gaze at... There would be no need to bear the hardships of reality. Only in Miss Firefly, you who are stricken with entropy loss syndrome, you of all...
It sounds...
But...
The cost is minute, merely a personal and eternal sacrifice. If this paradise is to be maintained...
Awakening. Which means that this so-called paradise is still a dream. Stepping into this paradise means forsaking reality.
It is not forsaking, but transcending. Flesh, blood, sorrow, weakness. If the physical is the root of spiritual suffering, it is only logical that we defeat it.
But in this supposed bliss, people won't have defeated their demons. The chance to overcome their tribulations would be forever lost to them. In other words...
That's another way of understanding it. But there is no shame in escape. On the contrary, don't you agree, Miss Firefly? And as for... But this is not in conflict with the grand plan. Only in acknowledging this can we...
I admit that you are a born leader. But unlike you, I live for the self. From my perspective, individuals making choices for themselves is their birthright. The want to escape may be innate in the weak. But whether they are weak or not, perhaps in your mind. Because I don't.
Since Miss Firefly has said her piece, the Astral Express will also We'll leave it to you. Just as Mr. McHale instructed before. Tell him our choice.
What is...
Does this place ring any bells, Misha?
I don't know.
It's the realm within a dream bubble. This was left to the Astral Express by a nameless, but Dr. Edward from the Dreamscape sales store told me that dreams are formed from memories. And so I thought you might be able to help us in unravel...
I don't know much about dream...
I'm counting on you then.
Himeko, I still don't get it. Why were you so sure that Misha had a connection?
I wasn't sure. It was just a hunch. Exactly. This is where you and Firefly encountered death, which we now know as dormancy. Considering its connection to... The question now is, who brought you here? We're drawing closer to the truth once more.
All right, but there are doors all over the...
I guess... I'm not entirely sure, but... Let's give it a try.
Wait, you managed to choose the right door on your first try?
Weird. This place is... if I remember correctly, there should be a fireplace down that hallway. And the room on the other side was the toy room. Hold on. This doesn't make sense.
This could be a case of amnesia. But don't worry, Misha. It's common for everyone to forget certain aspects of the past. Since this place seems familiar to you, why don't we explore a few more rooms?
Yeah, then... I heard some noises from the room.
You and
Yeah, it's a member of the Compass crew, just like Clocky and Miss Mirror. And there's more than just one origami bar. They follow Miss Mirror's orders and handle all...
sailors?
Could you tell us more about the Compass, Misha?
The Compass is a ship bound for the New World. Clocky and his partners travel through layers of fog to the depths of the sea.
That's a great story. But in the PENACONY cartoon...
Huh? Oh, weird.
Perhaps Clocky.
So, where has Clocky gone? Did he leave to protect Dreamville?
Mikhail, that's the name? So, who is he talking to?
I'm sorry. I don't know much about the Watch.
Anything special about...
Mikhail is
Grandpa?
But we haven't heard anything about the watchmaker having descendants. Could you tell us more about your...
Yeah, sure. He was a seafarer who fearlessly ventured into mysterious seas and... He didn't want me to call him Grandpa because that would make him sound old. He believed he was still young. The name Mikhail was given to him by his parents, Mihaly and Elise. Both renowned. Every time he came back, he'd share his logbook with me and tell me about his adventure.
It appears that the seafarer has nothing to do with the watchmaker. So, where is your grandpa now?
He went off on a new journey. I think I hear the sound of water.
You once mentioned there's a magnificent fountain up ahead. Look, there it is!
The water resembles a precious jewel. Every time I gaze at the shimmering lights beneath the waves.
Have you recalled anything, Misha?
Yeah, I saw these sentences in Grandpa's logbook. He used to say, he often said that those moments felt like returning to his family's side.
You know? Hey, don't tease!
Perhaps every adventurer far from home carries a fountain within their soul.
Yeah, while Grandpa was at home, we would stand by the fountain and place the compass. Back then, I would ask him when I could go on adventures like...
It seems this Mikhail is...
Yeah, based on Misha's recollection.
But this raises more questions. According to Misha, he was clearly born on an oceanic planet. Could this be some sort of...
I'm sorry. Perhaps I'll... I wish to share your burden.
We're going to the opposite side, right?
No, we should turn left here.
Huh? Something feels different about this place.
This is up ahead is Grandpa's study. It was in that room that I saw him the last time.
The atmosphere in this room feels totally different.
Misha! You finally come!
Clocky, you're here!
Are those books on the bookshelf logbooks left behind by that seafarer?
Yeah. Whenever he came back, he'd place a logbook on the bookshelf. He described our world as a fountain. At some point, to ensure that everyone had land to settle on that day, he called me to his study, telling me that he was embarking on I asked him if I could go with him, but...
What sound?
He told me about a vast ocean in the sky. An ocean of stars. He said that he knew the crew on the train, and that he had asked them to take me along.
A train?
It's the Astral Express. I remember now. Grandpa's friends are a group of nameless men. He gave his pocket watch to me. It was his cherished treasure. He said, as long as I kept moving forward, I'd have the distant sound of a train whistle.
Exactly, Misha! And then we followed that with...
Yeah.
This is the dream jigsaw, right?
Do you remember?
Hey, this
Looks like we're just one...
No worries. Anything's possible if you take it step by step.
This is it. This, while I spent my time waiting for Grandpa to return here. I learned how to repair clockwork and gears. Out of my fondness for precision mechanics,
So, this building in the dream bubble...
Yes, but not exactly. This dream bubble, it's...
Looks like...
Wait. Why does it feel like everyone else knows something?
March, do you remember when he mentioned a
Yeah, the little guy here, right? But we all saw him in...
Looks like everyone on the Astral Express has a childlike...
The answer lies in the Astral Express. His experience shows that neither Firefly and when we were in Dreamflux Reef, you may have noticed that for some reason, nobody outside of the crew. A mimetic life that can only be seen by a select few. It's just like a hidden message.
But Misha can see Clocky too, right? They even grew up together. But
That's the key to the mystery, March. Have you ever seen anyone outside of the crew
wait.
That's the answer, March 7th. This dream bubble is the place where I was born. I should have stayed here and waited for you. But when reality and memories...
So it's not that the watchmaker's dream bubble is empty, and the whistle you heard was the sound of the express arriving at Penacony?
That's one way to see it, but I believe there's a longer story behind all this. It's best for Misha himself to explain all the details. How about we start with your name? Now, should we call you Misha, or...
Thank you all for helping me rediscover my true self. Now, I was born on Lushaka, in the Presmere system, adopted by seafarers Mikhail and Char. They gave me a treasure, a name that carried their hopes. Mikhail Char Legwork, or simply, Misha. If you prefer, you can call me by a more familiar name. The Watchmaker.
So, you're the watchmaker himself?
Unfortunately, that
legendary figure is no more. As for the child who has been with you, he's the innocent protagonist of Misha's childhood dream. A friend of Clocky, a young apprentice, and a future mechanic on the Express. And this also marks the beginning of his journey.
At the end of the journey, I left this little flame, which I so cherished, in my deepest dreams. However, he somehow left the dream bubble and forgot all about his task. I apologize for all the confusion this caused.
Because he was born with a desire to trailblaze, wasn't he? I don't think Misha has forgotten his role as a guide. He remembered it, and that's why he mistakenly appeared as a hotel doorman in his dream from the very beginning. The one who brought our unconscious friend here must have been Misha. If that's the case, we encountered the Watchmaker's legacy from the beginning.
Well, I have a sarcastic friend who says I always take big detours and end up back where I started. Perhaps that's what every nameless has to go through. But in the end, you found me. I'm sure you're all wondering what my legacy is. I believe my hound has mentioned the Stellaron and my wealth. If I may apologize, the Stellaron part is real. As for my wealth, however, I left my homeland as a child and embarked on the journey of Trailblaze. I traveled to various planets until finally reaching Esdana, where my friends and I built the original PENACONY. I've been moving forward all my life, doing what I could to overcome the obstacles in my path. But ultimately, if you ask what's left within this worn-out train engine that can be called a legacy, I suppose now that you're well aware of the current situation of PENACONY, I certainly hope that you'll help me get this world back on track. But I'll leave that decision to you. For the path of all I have for you is a story and 2 gifts. I want to give you my pocket watch. It has accompanied me throughout my long journey, guiding that naive child forward, and has been blessed with the presence of so many great people up to this day. And my hat, too. The one who navigated for me placed it on my head and planted a fanciful thought in my mind. Now, it's time for you to make your choice. Once you've made up your mind, open that door and enter the long dream of an old man. I'll be waiting for you at the end of this corridor of time.
All right, everyone, let's make a decision. Although I don't think anyone will have any objections.
Of course. We've come this far.
In that case, it's unique. Then let's proceed together to the end of this dream.
Mikhail, where are you going?
Someone has to step up and save Lushaka. So why can't it be me, Misha?
Please don't go. And if you must, please take me with you. Don't leave me alone.
Even without me, you know how to proceed forward, brave Captain Misha. The compass is waiting for you. Haven't you always wanted to be a better adventurer than me?
Now go, board that train and start your journey.
Where are you going, Mikhail?
I'm going to clean the floor in the parlor car. I've promised the conductor.
Wait, first tell me, did you fix this watch?
Yeah?
I know what it looked like before. Its chain was broken, the back case tore.
Well, it's hard to... It's the hands, Mr. Amundsen. Its hands were intact and pointing in the right direction, so I knew there would be a way to fix the rest.
I see. You'll work with me from now on. Haven't you always wanted to tinker with this train? You're its mechanic now.
But I only know how to...
Don't worry. You've got what it takes.
Where are you going, legwork? It's time to head to our next stop.
I'm staying in Astana with Rosalina and Tiernan.
I see. This place reminds you of home.
The people of Astana have only achieved a tiny victory and still have a long way to go towards true freedom. Don't worry, not all journeys lead to the stars. Even if I leave the Express.
Yeah. I knew you wouldn't stay on the Express forever.
This is Mr. Amundsen's hat. But why?
When he departed, he said he would leave it to his best student. Farewell, legwork. Take care of Tiernan and Rosalina. And don't forget to...
Where are you going, Watchmaker?
Don't worry, Micah. Just going on a little trip. Someone has to be at the forefront of the interstellar frontier, and I'm the only former nameless in Penacony. So why can't it be me?
Because you're all we have! Have you forgotten about Tiernan? The cosmos is way more dangerous now.
But what will happen to Penacony if we don't find a way? Tiernan. How could I ever forget him? I've spent countless sleepless nights asking myself why I didn't... We Nameless won't stop. Don't worry, Micah. It's just a matter of getting back to my... If I don't come back in one piece, then you'll become...
Where are you going, old man?
Oh, you're here.
Answer my question. What are you up to?
Relax, Gallagher. I just came up with...
Oh, come on. Aren't all your ideas just... If you die too, the secret of the Stellaron...
Yes. I'm afraid there's no way out in Penacony, so I'll have to consider alternate. We'll organize a festival using the Watchmaker's legacy as a facade and send invitations to the entire...
So...
Desperate. Don't we have you here, my friend? This task is challenge. Make sure to send an invitation to the Astro...
Misha! Where are you going?
Oh, it's you, Clocky. Take me to Dreamflux Reef. Last night, I had a long dream about the day we met. I want to write down that...
Write it down? What?
Oh, so I won't forget it.
Of course! You told me that when you were a kid, you lived in a room full of...
Yes, but when I was a kid, and there was always a special pocket watch in my memories. I wanted to have a pocket watch like...
Yeah. Every night.
But you know what? It wasn't until the day my grandpa gave it to me. It was a compass. So, your name should have been and the Watchmaker is just a nameless.
We've arrived at Dreamflux Reef. So, where to next?
You know, Clocky, I don't think I'll be going anywhere else. I've traveled far enough, and it's time for a little break.
Oh. So, we'll set out again when you're rested?
No, I'll stay here. And then, this is where it ends.
This is where it ends? You told me that the trailblazing expedition would never end.
Yeah, that's what I said. So now, it's up to you to decide your next destination.
My next destination? What's that supposed to be? Misha? You're acting weird today. If you're feeling down, we can just...
No, I'm not feeling down. As for clockwork, yeah, it resolves all problems in this dream. So, do you know what clockwork actually is? Well, everyone gets lost at times. They may hesitate and doubt which way to go. That happens in this dreamscape and beyond. But don't worry. Everyone goes through moments of uncertainty and hesitation. Eventually, they gather the courage to make bold decisions. Whether it's calming, happy, angry, or sad, all they need is a little nudge to take that step toward where they truly belong. I'm leaving that little nudge with you, and I hope you'll share it with others. Such is the essence of clockwork, the will of the trailblaze. Clocky's hands spin around non-stop, indicating confusion, frustration, and weakness. But ultimately, people still need to move forward.
Just like your hands, always pointing ahead. This is where my journey ends. From now on, it is your path to walk.
Trailblazing means taking paths your predecessors forswore, and venturing even further. The Penacony in Mikhail's dreams does not belong to Order.
I can't believe that Eon would cast a glance at Penacony at a time like this. Is it because of the resonance from the legacy of the Trailblaze? Or perhaps the bond between you is so strong that it even impresses an Eon?
Well, there might be another possibility. Perhaps they want to witness, on behalf of the fallen Eons, who will hold the future of Penacony.
If that's the case, on behalf of the Dream Master of Penacony and the 107,336 members of the Oak family, I'm cordially inviting you all to the Penacony Grand Theater to participate in the upcoming Charmony Festival. And, of course, since the future of the Stellaron, Penacony, and even the entire cosmos is at stake, if you truly believe in Akavili's path, then show me their courage and determination.
Does that mean he wants to fight us during the Charmony Festival?
I'm afraid so.
This is weird. Aren't Arc villains usually plotting some dirty conspiracy in the end? But he actually said something like...
Well, in my opinion, Sunday is deeply committed to his own philosophy. I sensed a strong conviction and a desire for dominance in him. That's why he'll give it his all in the...
Yeah, you're right. We've even dealt with a Lord Ravager of the Destruction, so a follower of the Order won't be a big deal.
Anyway, we can't leave the Stellaron unchecked. This is about trailblazing a bright future for Now that we've taken up the mantle, we can't afford...
However, the same applies to the Order. Their plan didn't material a desire to dream, to slumber, and they've harnessed the will of an entire planet to create an eon. This confrontation...
What do you mean?
I believe Firefly is trying...
Before I left, the Destiny Slave told me that this journey would bring because one of the lines said, I'll 3 times? The first time was a painful death when I was stabbed by the Blade of Dormancy, which led to all subsequent events. So now I've understood the meaning of my second death. And I am prepared to face it. Only by achieving victory in this battle can we secure a future for Penacony.
The most terrible form?
The true death. Where everyone in Penacony loses themselves completely in the eternal...
We must do everything we can to
Have you made up your mind?
Yes.
Thank you again for your assistance for the Astral Express.
Yeah. Farewell, everyone. May your trailblazing expedition never end. I dreamed of a scorched earth.
Everyone, are you ready?
A new shoot sprouted from the earth. It bloomed in the morning sun and whispered to me. Like fireflies to a flame, life begets death. May we meet again in reality.
After today, Japella's name will disappear from cosmic history, and the Everflame Mansion will take that's your next stop.
Land of the dreams.
I hope you find...
You mean?
Silverwolf told me about it.
Well, I want to live. I've known people die. And we have to...
Do you exist just...
Are you not the same, Blade? If I were to die now, though its definition escapes me, the tombstone that belongs to me once bore the inscription, Glamoth's, it will bear the name Firefly. And
that's quite unexpected, old man. Who would have thought your crazy plan would actually work? I can sense that this false sweet dream is coming to an end. The Nameless may be young, but it's a shame you won't be able to see it firsthand. Maybe I won't either. Yeah, not just those Nameless. Even Mr. Wings is just like you. Stubborn, won't listen or give up, no matter what. But in the end, we managed to do it. And now we can find solace. Well, I don't know if they really meant it, but... if longing for freedom means going to hell, then I'll be joining you soon, you old fool. Let's get together and have supper again in hell. Oh, I almost forgot. Here's to you. A glass of hello and goodbye, Trailblazer. To the imperfect tomorrow.
It's warm here, isn't it?
It's a shame, these berries.
Seriously? It becomes... Have you...
Before coming here, I stopped by a place called Orkron. The flavor wasn't exactly sweet, but don't worry about it. Losing oneself is a reality that every self-annihilator must face.
Well, congratulations. By the way...
No, I had a companion in Orkron. She's a short, nameless girl who aspired to explore IX. She always said she'd walk a path deeper and farther than I... She...
Well...
Condolences. I don't need them.
That's proof that you're...
Or...
afraid.
I'm afraid I'll forget the 30 days I spent with her. I fear that those vivid red memories will fade.
Hard to imagine. A ranger accustomed to blood.
Because I have experienced this warmth many times. As long as this red color still lingers, I have a In the end...
The one blessed by the sleeping and shapeless is... But you're right about one thing. After spending so much time near this stagnant water, only when I look at this vibrant red...
When will this rain?
Perhaps when the sorrow...
Have you heard of a planet named Biari Scamandros, Don Hung? It's one of the paradises. Half an amber era ago, the family held an unprecedented festival.
Do you think the same thing will happen?
Yes. Or how else can we explain?
Because of the nihility, I'm rarely affected by the power of other paths. But somehow I can unconsciously infiltrate them.
I would disagree. Biari Scamandros is not part of the credit system or connected to... If the family messes with Penacony, that would be like declaring war on almost half of the factions in the cosmos.
No, they don't.
What do you mean?
The path in Penacony is impure.
Do you remember the ancient swarm disaster? Tazeront, two paths lost their eons in that war. The propagation and the order. Coincidental.
Shipe, the Harmony. Legend has it that they participated in the crusade against the Imperator. Or Insectorum.
Holy forgaroni. So you're saying that the two leaderless paths are working behind...
But I don't see any descendants of the propagation in Penacony. Could it be that the
I can't say for sure.
Now, this is getting way too complicated. Is this why you want us to leave Astana?
The Charmony Festival will start soon. There's one...
I have another plan.
Hold on. Are you thinking?
Exactly. The assistance from the Lawfu Cloud Knights would...
Think it over.
I have considered it thoroughly. My companions are...
Are you the only one here, my child? The Nameless is quite the diplomat. Our secrets have spread like wildfire within the family. And this is a crucial moment for us. So, where is the
What do you mean, Master? I'm right here in front of you, aren't I?
You know, she was supposed to be the star of the Charmony Festival.
But the plan has changed. As her brother, I know she doesn't want to sing for the Order. So I'll take her place.
You've always been wise beyond your years. I'm sure you understand the consequences of your choice.
If you consider this a betrayal, well, there can't be two suns in the sky. I'll step up and take down the other son.
Do you believe in karma?
If karma exists, then everyone has their own karma. You have yours, and my karma has nothing to do with you.
All right. Since you're willing to sacrifice yourself for her, I'll grant your wish.
Well, the compromise came sooner than expected.
You and your sister were born as twins of the Order. And one of you... Of course. The opening is near. Go, my child. Seize the power of the harmony and reveal...
I have one final question. Why did you choose to bring the Order to Penacony? Wouldn't it have been better to choose a desperate world instead of a city filled with hope and dreams?
It's for justice, my... If we lose justice in our hearts, we'll make...
So, it's not you who manipulates the dreamscape with the Stellaron, but...
Well, that's where our conversation ends. Go ahead. The 107,300...
I shall ascend to the heavens, becoming the scorching sun, bathed in my light. My people shall flourish, while all evil shall be eradicated.
This is the interior of the Penacony Grand
It's quite exhilarating to be flushed into the air by Soulglad.
And not only that, the entire
Yeah. I wonder how many tickets...
Let's explore around.
Light up the dark.
Peaceful days are like breezes, carrying...
Gosh, the atmosphere here is so creepy and unsettling. Even if there's no audience yet, there should be some staff around. Why is it so silent? Yikes! What? You're so annoying.
Are these puppets part of this?
melodious sound that soothes the soul.
Come on, then.
I'm seriously scared they might... Something feels...
There's no other grand theater.
So Sunday's messing with us?
My apologies for the I'm waiting for you behind the curtain. Following the Asdana tradition, history is a mirror reflecting the universe within it. Naturally. Let us commence with the dawning of the... After the Dusk Wars, darkness veiled the sky, and chaos consumed the earth. Enna the Order emerged, destined to restore all existence. That marked the first day. They gathered nebulae and forged them into picks, thus creating a grand lyre with black and white keys. Strike the white keys, and the sun rose. Strike the black keys, and the moon rose. And so, the cycle of day and night arose. That marked the second day.
Is this also a blessing of the Trailblades? Light up the dark. Is this also a blessing of the Trailblades? I've praised it all. No thanks. Light up the dawn.
The puppets are gathering around the frame. Are they expecting us to enter it? Where are we now?
The atmosphere here looks similar to Sunday. This act is named Ode to Prisoner. Given the atmosphere here,
I thought things were finally looking up as I managed to dodge prison during my recent trailblazing expeditions. But now it looks like I'll be back behind bars again.
I will walk to the end with all your wills, no matter the cost. I genuinely wish to avoid a violent clash with my esteemed guests from afar. Therefore, I've arranged 3 acts before the situation becomes irreparable. Where shall we start our narrative? Well, let's start with the time when Penacony was still a frontier prison. Light up the dawn. Is this also a blessing of the Trailblades? Light up the dawn.
This place was once
In 2147 AE, a prisoner named Hanun ignited a struggle for liberty and emerged triumphant. IPC referred to it as the War of the Frontier, while the Asdanians dubbed it the War of Independence. It's true that Hanunu was a legendary hero, but it must be acknowledged that while he bestowed freedom upon the prisoners, he didn't grant them true liberation.
Thank you for staying here, honorable travelers.
The three nameless stayed on the planet, endeavoring to spread the tenets of Trailblaze throughout the frontier prison. Alas, their efforts proved futile.
Light up the dark. Is this also a blessing of the Trailblades?
Let's build another prison, not within the...
Once again, as Dana was engulfed in war, this time the enemies originating from within. The prisoners remained prisoners for the rest.
I've appraised it all. No thanks.
I hope you like this.
As you can see, their sentences have long freedom permeates every...
Prisoners, this is my order. Look.
Hey! Why do we have to fight while enjoying the show?
For I desire not only your enjoyment, but also your assistance in completion. Watch over you and guide you on your path.
For tomorrow! Fury of innumerable core flames consume me. Sun tear the sky!
No one can restrain you.
Thus concludes the first act.
This must be how Penacony was constructed. With the aid of outsiders, the prisoners were finally liberated and established. However, it appears that Sunday aims to convey the spirit.
This show is a bit too lit. These puppets. Where are they guiding us this time?
They transmuted streams of stars into inked nibs, creating symbols to be pronounced and counted. They molded stardust into flowing rivers, assigning the righteous upstream and the unjust downstream. Thus, all things were marked, and the world learned to discern between good and evil. That marked the third and fourth days.
Is this also a blessing of the Trailblades?
Look! Another frame!
Ode to Fool. This must be the...
The surroundings are different from before. The stage...
Behold the ensuing tale, a struggle for power. Penacony witnessed the ascent of the 7 major lineages: tree, grass, flower, bird, beast, fruit, and insect. Peace never truly graced Land of the Exiles. The history in this era is rich and intricate, so please allow me. The leader of the Alfalfa family sought to defect to the IPC, trading freedom for survival. However, his eldest son slew him in the name of righteousness and ascended as the new family head.
I've appraised it all. No thanks.
Land of the Exiles was in disarray, besieged by both internal and external perils. Though the 7 major lineages appeared united on the surface, each harbored their own ambitions, leading to ceaseless conflict.
No worries. Anything's possible if you take it step by step.
Accountant! We are the pillars of this mansion.
The Black Plum family was the first to fall. They withered away in the White Desert event, orchestrated by the Alfalfa family.
Because Master shaped you from clay, but forged me from fire. I'm superior to you.
Reminds me of when I was studying at the Grove.
Only when Gopher Wood led the family to Land of the Exiles and earned recognition from all 5 major lineages did Penacony earn its...
Dear outsider, I beseech your aid. I wish they could...
This is the second act. Looks like it's about Penacony's journey to becoming the Land of the Dreams, during which the family...
But this new master, it seems like...
Perhaps this is the truth Sunday is trying to express, if you read between the lines. The Harmony changed Penacony just as the guards once did.
Looks like we've gotta help those guys kneeling down over there calm down a bit, right?
that I shall be my own master. Or I shall... Without a master.
Master is no longer here. I thought I'd be... Master is no longer here.
Once I stood as the... My former master has long departed. Master! Oh, you were better. Master.
I shall sing for my new master.
Thank you, dear. Lead me. Cast aside the veil.
Get ready. Looks like another fight is...
Listen, the snow blankets all around. The sky circles. The earth teaches the rain to collapse. At the edge of the silver hill, the first spots sprout to the rising sun.
For tomorrow!
Nap time. Can we talk?
Fury of innumerable core flames consume me. Hail the new dawn! Empty shell, so without substance.
Alas, they remain. Thus concludes the second act. Amidst an illusory harmony,
This is how Penacony fell under the family's control. Since the arrival of the Harmony, the land of the exiles has undergone dramatic changes. Not...
This guy really loves dramatic scenes. Bet he comes from a whole...
they used the planetary rings to establish the law, forging a code of conduct among the masses.
Light up the dawn.
I've appraised it all. No thanks. Light up the dawn.
This guy's really into these puppets. Oh, I get it now. The last scene is all about singing the praises of the Order.
And the atmosphere here is...
This is the concluding act of this play. I have showcased... This is the concluding act of this play. I have showcased the past and present of Penacony, hoping that my desire for change resonates within you. And now, I shall reveal its future to you.
Light up the dawn.
Responsibility for the people.
If the people lack foresight, we will make choices on their behalf and bear the responsibility.
Light up the dawn. Is this also a blessing of the Trailblades? I've appraised it all. No thanks.
Without a king, who shall protect the weak and
shall support one another. Protecting.
Light up the door.
Standing against the mighty.
shall govern the movement of stars.
Before the arrival, everything followed its natural course, and so it shall continue even after the king's
departure.
We no longer have need for a king, for we have become kings of all things.
Fruits of a long journey. Melodious sound that soothes the soul.
Hey, aren't we supposed to kick off a...
Perhaps we'll need to...
So, do you think they're...
former king.
We no longer have need for a king, for we have become kings of all things.
How did it go? You can't change.
My apologies for my negligence.
Let our previous king recount it to you.
Prepare for battle. Looks like...
Descending from the infinite spiral staircase, I traverse towards the future with measured steps. No need to remember or seek lighter weapons. For the conflict of my heart shall be the source of our experience.
Tomorrow!
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
I'm fine.
Fight as one!
Fury of innumerable core flames consume me. Hail the new dawn! In the hushed expanse of what is mine shall wane.
This is the final scene. It's much more straightforward. He wants... Let's go. Once this stage play concludes...
They imbued the world with meaning, perfecting all things in the heavens and on earth. Then, they rested from the labors of creation. Yet, all beings cried out to Enna. Under the banner of the Order, you have defined all things in the cosmos. But this made us realize that we are but puppets in your hands. Thus, on that day, all beings united and cast the Eon into the abyss.
This Grand Theater looks totally different.
Everyone, get ready. This could be it.
That marked the seventh day. Cheers and chants reverberated in the That concludes everything related to the Order. What are your reflections on this, my dear guest? Nevertheless, this is but a trivial blip in the annals of galactic history. What you've arrived at the perfect moment. The Charmony Festival is about to commence, and it would be a shame if you were absent for the Harmony's prologue. Allow me to extend my warmest welcome once more. Welcome to PENACONY Grand Theater, the very core of the sweet dream, the abode of the Stellaron, the grand stage of the Charmony Festival. And the very place where the future of PENACONY shall be determined through conflict. Your unwavering faith in the Trailblaze is truly impressive. True goodness can only be achieved through faith.
Allow me to point out that falling into a permanent slumber is not happiness, especially when those people are driven by someone else's.
Do you still believe that the Order only seeks to control the universe as their puppet, Himeko?
No matter how perfect your vision of paradise may be, a cage remains a cage.
People will never achieve true happiness in a world like that. They would just be toys for the Eon.
It seems you have misunderstood my intentions. Allow me to clarify. My sole objective is to create a paradise free from eons, where the Order ensures the dignity and happiness of all humanity. A paradise exclusive to us human beings.
That's not the case. If people are to live with dignity, there must be nothing, and in your so-called paradise, you would be the one reigning supreme.
Looks like we won't be able to convince each other. Now that our conflict has been destined, let's unveil our paths and reveal to the universe the true path. However, before the prelude to the future begins, please take a moment to ponder the questions I've posed. Is darkness equal to daylight? Are sinners equal to the righteous? If you are born weak, which god should you turn to for solace?
We're in trouble now.
With great might. Under the banner, you have defined all things in the cosmos.
Guide you on your path.
Time for a shot.
Future will come. Seek and you shall receive. Serenity is before me.
Core flames consume me. Hail the new dawn. The flames are not strong enough. Quench the flames with blood. Rift it with strife. Feel the scorching hatred. Empty shell. Sun tear the sky. The flames are not strong enough. Help the Evernight. The world is in harmony. The stars shine. Is that all? I'll never yield to fate. Quench the flames with blood. Is that all? Is that all? Her agony! Shatter the cage! All stars burn to ash! Finish the move!
Seize the moment. I'm okay.
I've heard the call. Head out, farewell.
Time for a shot. 1,000 wonders to raise your spirits. Fight as one! That's better. Better late than never.
be friends.
I'll overcome the thorns! Serenity is before me!
No other choice but forward. I'm fine. Core flames consume me. Hail the new dawn! Feel the scorching hatred. Empty shell. The flames are not struck, so without substance.
I already know your decision.
I now permit you to gaze into the sun.
On these 107,336 stones, the almighty and powerful strings of harmony are at my disposal! The supreme tuner, harmonious choir, Dominicus! Lost souls, come and meet your master!
The embodiment of the harmony? So the true purpose of the Charmony Festival is to usurp it?
Evils be gone.
Existence is of no consequence.
Heard the call. Noise! Born to doubt farewell. This mortals watch over you, guide you on your path.
For tomorrow! Disorderly noise! I'm fine.
Wise and receptive as you are, answer me this. Why could the harmony and the order merge into one?
I can't thank you enough.
Serenity is before me.
Future will come. Disorderly noise! Core flames consume me. Tear the sky!
Because neither side could tolerate discord.
Is that all? Quench the flames with blood.
Sink into a dream.
Her agony! Feel the scorching heat. Empty shell. Hail the new dawn.
I'm feeling like there's another world in front of my eyes.
It's the power of tuning. Don't let the song distract you.
All stars burn to ash.
It's of no consequence.
Seize the moment.
The time has come. Creation will be reborn from the remains of the gods.
Dan Heng?
Radiant spirits, heed my word. Show no mercy!
Wake up! Wake up! Hey, wake up! Are you alright? It does? Looks like your mind's still in one piece. If you're It's a long story. Simply put, Don Hung used the Jade Abacus, and then we returned to reality. Everyone else has also returned from the dreamscape. Himeko and the rest are at the lobby discussing matters with...
Not going to come chat with me, sleepyhead.
That voice. Is that Black Swan?
Hey, where are you going?
Hey,
What's Miss...
Nothing, Miss March. Though the strike from the General was timely, but, luckily for them, the dreamscape is my home turf.
Oh, so that's what...
Don't mention it. After all, I wouldn't want to see
Of course not.
Why would you think that?
Himeko and Mr. Yang are probably still busy. Let's go look for Don Hung first. Look, he's still talking to that cowboy.
Hey, let me tell you.
You're awake.
Well, fork me. You must be that.
Allow me to introduce him to you during our pursuit of a certain... Which is why we sought you out.
No need for thanks. And the Galaxy Rangers Prince.
Wait, hold on a sec. This is the first time I'm hearing about this certain...
Who was it again? No, that ain't it.
What?
Vic. Forget.
Yes. When the dust settles, everyone, let's hurry up and look for Miss Himiko, shall we?
You're right. Let's...
Being soul glad, shaken, nuts.
Look, they're with the...
That's all right. Furthermore, despite the IPC's eagerness for success...
The General possesses a deep understanding.
You flatter me. But, well, would you look at that? Here... If it isn't the Galactic Baseballer. Are you okay? I heard you...
Don't worry, Mr. Yang. There is nothing wrong with him. What about you, Mr. Yang?
He used an ability called tuning to connect our consciousness thanks to General Jing Yuan's destruction.
He used that tuning on...
I can confidently say now.
Speaking of the Oak family head, where is he now?
It's complicated, but the IPC has named him the key figure in the family's PENACONY split. Citing the family quickly labeled him and the remnants of...
Everyone really has their...
Then, what's going to happen to me? Why the side...
I can only say that this incident is an unexpected mess for the girl. It's time, everyone.
Given the General's invitation and the matters...
Why, of course you are. They've met besides. If there can be
I'm kind of allergic to those...
Not to worry.
I'm afraid I'll also have to return to the...
Thank you.
What? I can pack it myself, you know.
If that's the case. Although I'm not too sure of the reason. The negotiation will commence at the hotel lobby. Everyone please, follow me.
I've appraised it all. No thanks.
Best not to take things too
Anything is possible within a dream.
Mr. Aventurine and Miss Topaz are here too.
It's been a while. I would also extend my sincere thanks to you.
Oh. Looks like it.
Of course.
Sure. Leave it in summary. It's good news. After much deliberation from this in light of long-term considerations for interastral peace, and by authority of Pierpoint HQ.
Now then.
Has the IPC finished? The Guild, much like the Genius Society, has taken a keen interest in the recent calamity, and the floor is yours for the finer points, Mr. Screwlum.
Organic life's unrelenting surge to understand every time, within the realm of imagination, there emerges alas, they are nothing but after deliberations with my partners.
Not only that, I'm truly happy for the Dream Chasers.
But
No wonder everyone insists.
it heartens me to learn that it looks like Penacony's future is decided.
Peace is our greatest wish.
Well, that's good.
If that's the case, it appears that we have nothing up.
Sounds good to me.
You two head back to the Express first. I'll pick.
Nothing.
You've been with us this whole time, huh? Let's go. Our time on Penacony.
Penacony's journey ends here. I guess it was pretty fruitful.
Peaceful days are like breezes.
Like a long face, buddy! She picked up! Oh boy! I've eaten too much this time!
Checked off the list.
The navigation meeting is about to start. We're all waiting for you. Ahem. Looks like everyone's
There's a meeting to decide our next step.
Hold your horses.
I'm just catching a lift. Don't sweat.
Allow me to explain. Mr. Boothill and Miss Black Swans, as you all may know, the Astral Express never declines any passenger whose heart yearns for the distant stars.
Whoa, the Express is going to be much livelier now.
Understood.
Don't. All right. Now that everyone firstly, Pom-Pom wishes to thank everyone. If it weren't for you all unearthing the truth about what they had to go through was regrettable. But I reckon they... Now then, we come to the crux of this navigation meeting. We must decide on the Express's next stop. The first choice is from Himiko, the oceanic planet of Lushaka, a planet composed entirely of water. Many aquatic races reside there. Of course, it's also the home planet of the second choice is the agate world Melustanid. The third choice is Edostar, a planet nestled within a vast ion storm region, currently under the last choice, courtesy of Black Swan, is the
Ooh, so
Next up, everyone will select the destination.
If that's the case, how about we go to...
March is right. Though the fact that
You and Dan Hung make good points.
If that's the general sentiment, then we should indeed investigate.
4
votes for Edostar. Looks like we have a winner. Then this navigation meeting is when it's time to make the jump. Pop, pop.
There's still some time before the jump. What should I do?
Please let this trip be uneventful. Please let this trip be uneventful. Oh, the last couple. Come on, start praying with me.
Huh. For some reason, I should have known better.
This astral I can live without... You can't use that 12 years of age rule again. Huh?
Oh, you're here. How about it? This journey of beautiful dreams. That tinge of regret I sense. So, how about you hand... Oh? I just... Stop before I explain. I would like to apologize to you. Remember when we entered the hotel in the dreams? This way, I can always be a but. This is light cones or slices of light used to encapsulate solidified. It can etch your memories in there. All the world is born from the power. Life, seemingly memory is a reflection, and that memory will be... But I can tell you one thing. The reason is simple. In this grandiose and ostentatious dream of the families... Patience. Turn around and take a look at your friends. Every one of them is reveling. I'm looking for an opportune time. How about one fine night?
Hi! The Express is about to make the jump!
It looks like we're finally... that's right. Life is akin to a winding... You'll remember in the year 2158 of the Amber Era, the first year of the new epoch. The universe resumed its intended trajectory. The kindling of conspiracy smoldered in Penacony, the land of the dreams. Failing to erupt into a blaze, it instead flickered briefly on Klapoth's anvil, before vanishing in the blink of an eye. The dead and those fated to die remain in their eternal slumber, while the living find solace in deep sleep. All clamored in a cacophony of silence, and then went about their own ways. The cosmos emanated a vitality characteristic of a new era, all for the modest price of a brother and sister's mild grief. Babies are born as stars extinguish. The silver rail unfolds. The story of the Astral Express comes to a close, yet it also embarks anew. Time marches forward, heralding the arrival of a new chapter in the history of trailblazing expeditions. countless shooting stars streak the sky tonight. If you can pick the right one, it will carry your wish to thousands of distant worlds. You're feeling very relaxed now, aren't you? So, then, it's time to tell you a little bedtime story. Well, let's start with a conclusion. The crew was defeated in the battle against Sunday. Everyone in Penacony failed, and no one survived. But don't panic. The truth, as horrifying as it may be, is not yet irreversible. There's still a glimmer of hope, and that's why I'm here. Next, I'll use this empty light cone that carries all your memories to relive everything that happened before. And when this story reaches its end, I'm sure someone as clever as you will notice that. There's a major flaw in the story you have experienced, yet within that flaw lies a glimmer of hope. Are you ready for it? Do you remember everything? When the clock turned back, the Express started a warp jump, sending you to a strange dream. You were bewildered back then, and then a galaxy range. When you arrived at the Reverie Hotel, you met the doorman Misha and had a confrontation with Aventurine, an IPC representative. After that, you saved Firefly and explored Penacony together. During the tour, you ran into Sparkle disguised as Sampo and accidentally entered. There, I rescued both of you from death, but Firefly didn't return to reality. She realized the truth and tried to involve you in her plan. The 2 cases of death prompted you to investigate the truth behind the sweet dream. Despite your efforts to gather information, meanwhile, Aventurine was secretly carrying out his scheme, in which you were one of the pawns. In the midst of a fierce battle, Acheron revealed her true identity. That strike foiled Aventurine's plan and opened a passage between the sweet dream and the original memory zone. Upon your arrival at Dreamflux Reef, you learned the truth that you split up with Sunday and Robin, looking for a way to seal the Stellaron. However, it turned out that Sunday and the Dream Master had their own hit. Finally, the story reached its conclusion. You emerged victorious, with the Trailblaze triumphing over the Order, and Penacony embracing a bright and... This marks the end of the thrilling journey in Penacony. I'm the major flaw, which contradicts all the known information. Little Misha. He's only a segment of memory in a dream bubble, but well, Misha is a rather special memory zone meme, and he was a life born in the memory zone could never manifest in reality. The answer is simple. He is the one fatal flaw that contradicts all are still trapped in. Wake up, sleepyhead. Break free from this eternal...
The train is about to make the jump. 5, 4, 3,
2. This way, darling.
Not another one. Thank you so much, Black Swan.
Finally, I can breathe a sigh of
I understand you must be confused, and will do our best to shed light on the situation. However, this place is the rift between dream and reality. A place reserved only for those who have awakened from Enna's dream.
Do you remember Sunday's ambitious plan? He intended to harness the power of the Stellaron, the collective will of...
Unfortunately, it didn't stop there. From the early days of our journey into Asdana, we were already affected by the Stellaron. That strange dreamscape where we met. Maybe it was a sign that... I don't think the goal of the Order was to put everyone into a deep sleep. Quite the contrary. They used, and that included a lot of memoria from the Beyond the Sky Choir. As time came and went, the dreams eventually became indistinguishable from reality, and reality became an illusion. People think they are awake.
This is what makes Enna's dream so powerful. In this paradise governed by the Order, everyone indulges in their delightful... I believe what you experienced in the sweet dream, except for that flaw, was real. Only in this way could you reach the destination, lifting the crisis in Penacony and embarking on your next. If it wasn't for Acheron's plan, we might have...
Fortunately, while the path of the Order governs all things, it can't affect the Nihility.
This is also why you felt a sense of peculiarity. Well, I'm not as fortunate as she is, even if I'm a memo keeper. However, thanks to your memories.
For mortals, even if they possess the great power of a path, that's why there was a flaw in your dream. In other words...
The flaw in your dream lies within Misha, who could have never appeared in reality. When I turned the pages of your...
Now Sunday has usurped the power of the Harmonious Choir through the Charmony Festival. Asdana has thus fallen. Failure doesn't mean weakness. We still have a chance, though. To make it...
All right, please come with me.
These people are...
They're the ones who accept Enna's dream and indulge in their happy illusions. We have no means to wake them up now. Not even your clockwork will do the trick. However, there are still other things we can do. Let's keep going.
Light up the dark. Light up the dark.
Here we are.
It's Robin.
Finally, you've arrived.
Let me introduce you to Robin. She woke up from Anna's dream by her own will, and it's this tough lady who led us here with her song.
I woke up for the same reason as all of you. In the dream, I experienced something that could never occur in reality.
Are we going to lock it up in a cage? I want to see it fly freely and—
Without us, this bird would be too fragile to survive on it.
No, but—
Then let's take care of it together until it can
huh?
Birds have wings because they're meant to fly. Birds belong to the sky.
The illusion was so impossibly blissful that and this is our final hope. Anna's dream is founded upon the harmonious choir, namely everyone's shared wishes. It will only materialize once the aspirations of all beings in Penacony merge as one. At present, it has become impervious due to people's desire to remain slumbering within the dream. And in order to destroy it, we must make everyone in Penacony want to wake up.
Now comes the tricky part. How do we do it? Humans yearning for sweet illusions. Therefore, I carefully selected a moment where he was completely unguarded, guiding him to uncover the truth himself. However, to wake up everyone in Penacony and get them to share the same determination, that—
Indeed. I'm afraid it's almost as difficult as resurrecting an eon.
But we can't just stay here and do nothing.
This is a critical moment for the whole universe.
Thanks to—
You're welcome. And thanks to the memo keepers in Penacony, too.
This is the first step of our plan. With the assistance from the Garden of Recollection, those who possess—
However, awakening a mere handful of individuals is insignificant compared to the vast number of people immersed in the dream. We must find other ways to awaken the free will of millions of people.
If breaking through from the inside proves challenging, we can seek assistance from the outside. Asdana is a galaxy known for its abundant memoria and the remarkable phenomenon known as synesthesia dreamscape. When people first enter this place, at this very moment, there is only one dream encompassing—
So, you mean, if we can attract a large number of outsiders to this system, their free will would intertwine with this dream and shake it to it.
However, those outsiders might also succumb to the dream and become the foundation of the Order instead. The real challenge is—
Looks like the Jade Abacus of Allying Oath.
No. Keep your once-in-a-lifetime treasure. We don't need to bother the Cienjo Alliance. Just leave it to us, Galaxy.
You can gather
Outsiders may see Do you know what it is, Acheron?
It's the relic I returned to you.
Exactly. Its owner must have told you that it's meaningless to anyone other than a Galaxy Ranger, because it's a burial artifact, worthy only of a hero who has served the Galaxy Rangers with honor. When its light illuminates the universe, it means the fall of countless meteors will streak across the sky. Those meteors are Galaxy Rangers, coming from all corners of the cosmos, driven by a shared— The shooting stars of the hunt only descend on the longest night. We've stayed silent for far too long. Now, it's time to remind all the cowards, oppressors, and villains of the universe of our presence.
Once the dreamscape is swayed, I'll complete the second step. I'll fine-tune the slumbering souls with the Song of the Harmony, interrupting them with the discord of Trailblaze. And it's true that some people are born strong, and others are born weak. If the Trailblaze is the target of heroes, then the Harmony will guarantee that the strong help the weak. Only their path of happiness should be forged by themselves. This includes my brother as well.
Your plan sounds well conceived, but still, it appears somewhat.
I agree with you, Black Swan. That's why the MOBA to inspire them to save them.
So, you're the key.
The Harmonious Choir possesses the power of an emanator. To overcome it, you'll need the same level of power. The final step in destroying the sweet dream.
That's a relief to...
Now that our roles are assigned, let's get to our battlefields and pose a grand finale.
May I have a moment alone with you? There's one more thing I need to explain to you. This grand festival is drawing to its close. This is the starting point for the ultimate stage of our journey. Just as it marked the beginning of all the stories in Penacony. I have faith in you. However, before we depart, there's something you should know. We were able to locate you within this boundless dream and find the key to breaking free from the dream. All because of one person's unwavering dedication. Firefly. She awakened from the dream ahead of others, discovered the Express amidst the stars, and brought us valuable information about the remnants of the Order. She may have been aided by the script, and, as you know, Firefly is a stowaway who entered the dreamscape in a different way from ours. Without the dream pool in the hotel or assistance from the family, she can only awaken from this dream in one way. A real death. We mustn't fail her determination. I'm not implying that we must win this fight no matter what, but our resolve should match that of that courageous... Are you ready? Very well. Now, please close your eyes.
How long has this...
If I remember correctly, it has lasted for decades. The unwavering determination of the Hunt followers persists even in death. You see, the shadows on the sea have vanished.
But it...
I know.
So, why did this
Because someone's regrets. Mortals who walk the paths are like sailors on a vast ocean, leaving behind a trail that, and for some, their presence sin-thirsters, the obsessions of the Pathstriders. They emerge from the nihility and head toward it. They have journeyed with me for such a...
Oh, so this is...
Yes. This is my duty. As the one, I'm guarding the path to the abyss of the nihility. Guiding every...
But if this is what...
I don't know. Someone would stand at his grave and...
Even if...
Some tasks have to be done. Please extend your hand. I'll carry your wish with me and fulfill it.
Will I?
Yes. Because it was you who told me about the Express. Your two former companions. The expedition cut short by the swarm. your narrow escape from death, and your encounter with the Galaxy Rangers, and Penacony, the hometown to which you could never return.
Yeah. For countless times, I got rejected by the family, but I knew that my companion, Mikhail... Are you still there?
Take my hand and come with me. You'll embark on a long, long journey. Shrouded, that's the color of existence.
Thank you.
May death be the end of your boundless dream, guiding you back to the waking world. Welcome to the horizon of existence. This place is one of the thousands of manifestations belonging to the sleeping. Let's bid our final farewells here.
Always distinguish between reality and imagination. All right, Gray.
Life is akin to a winding labyrinth.
May your schemes be forever concealed.
Anna's dream is too cruel for him and everyone else.
To the imperfect tomorrow.
I still remember the question on the invitation letter. Why?
Why does life slumber? We don't know the answer yet. Or perhaps, Zach, leave this place. Return to where you belong, and awaken Penacony from this dream. As I said, our plan is not about convincing everyone to choose the right path, but about inspiring them to save themselves. The answer is when they are in desperate situations, like a drowning individual in the deep sea. When one's body and mind bear the fragility of humankind often freezes them in their trap. It's through this inherent, self-centered instinct. As for now, it is time to guide them. Not in this way. You will reunite in the warmth of the sunlight. The rain is intensifying. Before we part ways, please allow me to ask a few final questions. So far, you have forged unbreakable bonds with numerous individuals and entities in the suite. Might I ask if you fear severing these bonds with your own hands? If there is a vast, lifelike dreamland that is virtually indistinguishable from reality, a realm without death, where everyone can attain the happiness and fulfillment they deserve, living blissfully ever after, I would ask, would you wish to stay? Imagine if this splendid dream were fated to fall apart. Friends, family, strangers, followed by the gentle breeze, soaring birds, the stars, and ultimately yourself. Everyone, and every face they remember. The joy and the heartaches, the vows sealed and those left hanging. All will inevitably march towards a predetermined ending. If I would ask, would you still embark on this journey? I'm glad. The answer itself doesn't matter. Listen touch, and ponder. And therein lies the sensation. Cherish it, because that's what makes us exist. If the nihility represents the primal fear of life, rendering any lofty convictions insignificant, then behind this shadow, there must exist the most fervent source of light. Just as every life that edges closer to death fervently approaches the end of the nihility, we must pursue that primordial light.
Now come to think that you exist in the nihility, such a task is absurd.
Nevertheless, someone had to do it. Even if it's a meaningless task, I've come this far, haven't I?
Even if the future you forge may...
It may not belong to me, but it definitely belongs to someone.
In that case, allow me, please. Tell me, perhaps my existence, what I believe, and this universe.
For me, some things are difficult to recall, yet there are others. Such is memory. A creation I remember that marks the start of my journey. The origin of the vibrant red hue in my life, and the most fervent element amidst every tempest. That's my name. Raiden Bozen Mori May. The Golden Dream is getting restless. In the coming long nights, I'm afraid you will face many setbacks and witness many tragedies. And in the end, you will only see in black and white. But please believe me, that in that monochrome world, there will be a glimpse of fleeting red. And when you make a choice, it will appear once more. What you must do is ponder its significance, then return to the waking world.
That's where we all find our answers.
Have you broken free from the dream of order?
We've done enough sleeping already. Let's show them a wake-up call.
Listen up! Your existence is of no consequence. The future will come! Down, farewell. No other choice but forward. This mortal fall. Watch over you and guide you on your path. For tomorrow!
Nap time.
Disorderly noise! Without order, how can the weak be righteous? I'm fine. Existence is of no consequence. The future will come!
Serenity is before me.
Corruptions consume me. Tear the sky! If you have any objection, feel free to make your case. So without substance, disorderly noise. Is that all? Hail to ash. Disorderly noise. Finish them off. For tomorrow. Disorderly noise. Still the same old.
Let's play our own melody. Let the show begin!
Notes. I solemnly invite you to join the glorious chorus and ascend to the heavens! No other choice but forward. The future will come. Disorderly noise. Still the same old.
Time for a shot. That's better.
I can't take the lead enough. It's of no consequence. This mortal watch over you and guide you on your path.
Corpulence consume you. Hail the new dawn. Disorderly noise. The noise is fading. The dreamscape is indistinguishable from reality. Can it still be called an illusion? So disorderly noise. I'll never yield to fate. Tear the sky. Disorderly noise. Feel the scorching hatred. Perfect melody I command. Recreate paradise anew. Music.
There seems to be another kind of sound coming into the Order's symphony. Penacony's first and last disharmony. Those imprisoned in their dreams are awakening for freedom.
Disorderly noise. Robin, is that you singing?
Brother, you have heard their cries. This is not the paradise they hoped for.
Even so, they don't know where they should be heading. That's why I had to become the lone star in the sky to guide them.
Even if that star must hang in a perpetual night of solitude.
So without servants. Don't let time burn away in vain. If we had never experienced solitude, how could we have embarked on different paths? Now, our final talk has concluded. All the work of creation has been completed. The inevitable day has arrived. The embryo of philosophy will reshape for us all of reality. If your paradise can save more people, sever my path with your hands. Truth, all stars burn to ash. Oh, Lord, may I honor you.
I won't give up, no matter how long I must wait.
I swear on words. This 7-day vow, I command you to heed my summons.
Trinity is before me.
No other choice but forward. Future will come.
I have a bad feeling about this.
That's better.
It was not you who created all things. It was humanity.
The weakness of humanity cannot be redeemed by others.
Existence of no consequence. For tomorrow.
Divine sin will become the foundation of our paradise.
Doubt farewell.
No other choice but forward. Core flames consume me. Sun tear the sky. I'll never yield to fate. Impossible. The flames are not strong enough. So are the skills. Feel the scorching hatred. Don't let time burn away in vain. Hail the new dawn! Blasphemous! Don't let time burn away in vain. So, why does life slumber?
Because someday we will wake from our dreams.
The night is still too short.
Brother, the dream is over.
In the first year of the AE 2158, a fiery conspiracy erupted in the land of the dreams. It soon faded in chaos and destruction. Whispers carried the tale of those fateful 48 system hours, when a sun teetered on the precipice of collapse, a paradise stood on the brink of destruction, and a world was poised to surrender to its new master. Amidst it all, a body decayed, a pack of vultures gathered, and a brother and sister were doomed for long separation. And so, an eon succumbed to slumber once more. Some celebrated this fall, while others mourned. Among the insignificant witnesses, mere specks in the vast tapestry of the universe, it was said that this time, the Eon met their demise with dignity. As the cosmos bathed in the radiance of a pure dawn, a tempestuous storm brewed on the horizon. The chant of "All for the Amber Lord" grew ever louder. Yet, no matter how one contemplates it, time inexorably swings Klapot's colossal hammer in eternal cycles. The tale of the Astral Express reaches both its conclusion and a new beginning. Time marches forward, heralding the arrival of a new chapter in the history of trailblazing expeditions.
Brother, do you think the stars will fade away?
Where did that come all of a sudden?
Because the constellation that looks like a bird, the Torrent Eagles, looks a bit dim lately.
It's the Torment Eagles. Don't worry, it's still there. It's just it's located in the inner ring of Penacony and can only be seen when spring and summer overlap. As for the question you asked, I think stars do die, just like people. But do you know, sister? No star actually belongs to the present. The light we see from them is from a long time ago. Even after the stars perish, their light will travel millions of light years, spanning countless years, to illuminate the night sky of another world. In our paradise, I believe there will be a star like—
No, not just one star.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a deal!
It's a deal, then. This is our promise.
Yeah, you bet!
It's a pleasure to hear your voice again. Congratulations. You've become the biggest winner of this festival.
Are you calling just to poke fun at me?
No. I'm just impressed. Not only did you venture alone into Penacony and discover the truth of Dreamflux Reef, but you also managed to escape with the help. Remember the recording you received from your Trailblaze friend? It's now the... However, this came at a high cost. Losing a cornerstone is a hefty price to pay.
Just as I expected. So is Diamond planning to... Well, alright. Then I'll guess.
Alright. What will you wager?
Are we talking about an actual bet here? I don't want to wait, but if it's just a friendly bet, I'll put on the line what I did when we first met.
Interesting. But since it's Diamond's call, no one can predict the outcome. I'm on my way to Penacony. Once everyone is settled, we'll return.
Sounds like I'll be out of the action for a while. Finally?
Yeah. Leave everything to me and Topaz, child. Thanks to you, as soon as the Jade Stone was delivered to the family's compound, we finished up our preparations. The seeds we planted have taken root. Soon, it'll be...
Huh? Let's wrap it up for now. Looks like I've got a visitor here. Oh, so many surprises today. Didn't expect a Galaxy Ranger and wanted criminal. One who managed to take out 2 IPC members under the noses of our fleet.
Screw wubba boo, I just put him to sleep. Don't try to intimidate me with that nonsense. Besides, I've taken down more IPC lackeys than the residual value you squeezed. I have a question for you. Be honest now, or I won't think twice about putting a bullet in your fudging head. Tell me, where is Oswaldo Snyder?
Wake up! Hey, wake up! The sun's frying your butt. Are you okay? Can you hear me? I didn't hear a peep. You're not dreaming. We're in the Reverie Hotel. Even though it's been a day, I still break into a sweat when I think about it. I'm so jealous that you got a good night's sleep. The Stellaron was sealed while you were sleeping. The ordinary people in Penacony have no... The family's official statement was like, the Charmony Festival. Now, all the major lineages, except for the Oak family, are dealing with the aftermath. The family has invited the crew to the Radiant Feldspar as everyone's waiting for you, so...
So this was my childhood dream, huh? Peaceful days are like breezes.
Time out waste money, buddy! Catch up! Oh boy! I've eaten too much this time!
Unknown to each other, yet united in purpose, we make the same choices.
The heavens are vast. The kite flies where it wishes.
My past is gradually coming to light. Hook's ready to find the next treasure.